Welcome back everyone to York, and today we are kicking off with some rather good news. Yes, we've got some brand new additions. All the big teams were releasing their youngsters, and well, as you can see from just over my shoulder, we've picked up a couple of players from Tottenham again. Hopefully these ones are a little bit better than last time. I think they are. I've seen them play, and you will see them play shortly when we have our catch-up games. Now, on the out, we do have Josh Knowles. He's gone to Boston out on loan for £325 total fee. Not too shabby. I guess it's just a little bit of money back. Makes us feel a little better about it. He was never really going to be competing this season for spots. He is definitely a develop and sell on player, I would assume. Not one for the future. But Matty Brown, he's gone on a free transfer to Dulwich Hamlet. You all know how much I disliked Matty Brown. He never performed for us as an actual person. Who knows? He's probably a decent player. I haven't seen him actually play, but Matty Brown in game, you have sucked. Really sucked. And I'm so glad you've gone out on a free transfer. That gives us plenty of wage bill. I think we have £900 odd per week left over after both of these new additions. So let's quickly get into our two new additions. First of all is Jaden Williams. He's a striker slash right hand side attacking mid. Very good technical ability, but even better physicals. 18 years of age, capped at under 18 level for England. 3.5 star, 4, possibly 5 star potential. He's a solid player. The plan with him, I've been using him on the wing when Campbell's been up front. When Campbell's been struggling, he's moved to the wing, and Williams has gone up front, because as you can see, he does struggle a little bit on his crossing, having 6, so ideally he should be up front, but Campbell is probably better than him as a striker. Campbell is also really established. He does beat Campbell on the finishing though, so it's a kind of finishing compared to crossing. Campbell is slightly better at the crossing, he's slightly better at the finishing, but overall stats for striker, I would say Campbell is a bit better, but the two of them can swap and change. When one of them's playing well, they'll go up front, and when they're not playing as well, they'll go on the wing. Now, joining him, he's also a squad player, which is nice, because if we do wish to drop him to the bench, it doesn't matter. He's not going to kick up a fuss. Joining him, though, is Will. Yes, Will Andy Yapan. Will Andy Yapan can play all the way across defence. Not particularly great on the left and right-hand side as wing-backs, but he can do it if needed. His crossing and technicals do lack a little bit. If I just go down to wing-back support, as you can see, crossing and technicals do lack a little bit in that department, but the rest of his stats are pretty solid for that. 3.5 star, 4, possibly 5 star potential. Central defense is his main attribute though. Does struggle a little bit with aggression and anticipation, but the rest of the stats are pretty damn solid, and I guess positioning and strength as well. But you know what, I'll take an 8, 9, 9 and 7, 7 being his lowest in central defense. Also, he's Welsh, so he's got a good chance of possibly even becoming a full international. But it is of course time to catch up with those catch-up games, including the first leg of today's tie. This FA Trophy semi-final first leg at Latimer Park had everything. Starting with an underdog first-minute goal, the game was then tied by our debutant Williams, before the lead was then regained through Ofosu. It then took till the second half for Campbell to wake up and grabbed a brace along with a 4th from Dyson in a game where both teams had one disallowed. We swapped keepers and Kettering scored twice from 3 on targets. The second game again saw us give up an early advantage as Woking scored 21 minutes in. We then were made to rue missed chances as our 29th minute Campbell goal ended up being our only one. Spoiler, ladies and gents, we have guaranteed a playoff spot. Yes, you can see that from the table just over to the right hand side of me. And we can also see the fixtures for the teams in those top 5 spots. And as you can see, we've got a pretty decent run in. It's very similar, however, though, to Southend. The big teams I'm looking at for the remainder of the season are Harrogate, Yeovil, and even Woking and Maidstone. Those are probably going to be the teams that decide how these top 5 teams finish. Heck, we might not even finish in the top 5. We might slip down a little bit more, but we're at least guaranteed a playoff spot. So that is nice. That was in fact confirmed today, not on the 5th when this email came through. Now, that's not why I brought you here. We are actually here nice and early because it is Youth Intake Day. Now, I'm not going to go through all these right now. I'll probably go through them in the next episode. What I'm going to do is I'll thin them out. I'll thin them out, get rid of the dead wood, and keep the players which we plan to have around for a while at least. As you can see, though, there is a few little decent top talents in this list. If I don't click off it, there is a few top talents. There is all these, though. I don't wish to keep any of these lower ones. We're not going to keep any of the decents, not keeping any of the goods. Mainly, just the top talents. We'll probably keep these 5, maybe trim out the bottom 2 and keep the top 3. I don't know. I'll have a look at their individual stats, see what they're like. But for now, it is, of course, game time. So let's head on forward into this fixture. We, of course, have some more mail. So those are the bits of mail. Nice little interesting Chesterfield picked up a victory against Halifax, and are actually looking to cement that place at the top. As you can see, they've got a 3-point gap on Nottingham now, 4-point gap on Wrexham. Wrexham, though, I do believe did have a bit of an easier run in, if I remember correctly. You, of course, can look back, have a little check if you are interested. But let's crack on with today's game. We're going to apply the opposition instructions. 4,500, only half of the capacity, which is a little bit disappointing, but I can understand it. They're from the division below, but I would think our fans would turn out, considering this is a cup that we are trying to retain. Now, as you can see, we have Oluwayemi in goal, a backline of Mason, Sykes, Shipley and Carlin. Heaney on the left, Williams on the right, Wright and Fletcher in central midfield, Pedder in front of them, Campbell up top. A bench of Jameson, Gibson, Adiyapan, I'm gonna change his name or just keep butchering it, who knows which, Fielding and Dyson. As you can see, we don't have another striker on the bench because, like I've previously mentioned, Williams can play up front if Campbell's struggling and vice versa. So it's all good in the hood, and we're just going to crack on with this one. So submit the team. As you can see, tactically it's gone down pretty well. 4 players as per usual, lacking familiarity with this tactic we've been using for the past 2 years. Now, FA Trophy semi-final time. We do, of course, bring in an advantage to this one as well as home field advantage. So the media have given you a lot of credit lately. Put on a wavy display. We don't need to worry about making an amazing team talk. We just need to crack on with things. 2 wins, a draw, a win, a draw. Our form's good. It could be better though, especially when it comes to the league. I think we've won 2 and drawn our last 3. Yeah, behind Wrexham. Wrexham has the worst. I think they've got 1 loss and the rest are all draws. Yeah, us and Wrexham in those playoff spots are having a rough time. But hopefully the 2 of us can bounce back. Hopefully for them they can regain top of the league. If not, hopefully we'll meet them in a playoff final and we can make them disappointed. So, Ofosu is going to come down this left-hand side. What can he do with this bout of possession, though? He's going to play it across to Maloney in the middle. Maloney tries the ball up. Shipley nods it up to Wright, though. Wright on the counter-attack. And that is a dead highlight. Now, we are, of course, going to change this. We want to see the Kettering formation. They are going for a 4-2-3-1. Nice little formation. Formation I, of course, love to overuse. Now, Mason whips it in. Campbell. It's wide. Wide. Campbell. I can see you're on a 6.8 right now, but Williams is eyeing your spot. So, play well. Barnett, currently just gone 1-0 down to Gateshead. I was going to say 0-0, but Gateshead just like to make me look wrong. So, 20 minutes into this one, we've had 3 shots, 0 on target though. That's worrying. The 0 on target is always worrying when you've had 3 shots. 1 shot, 1 on target for Kettering. They have been rather better with their shooting. We are, you know what? No, we're not going to demand more. Usually I would demand more. 0-0, 30 odd minutes in against a team from a lower league. But we have a 4-2 advantage coming into this one, so we don't need to worry too much. Mason on the yellow card. We do need to worry about that one, and we do, of course, need to worry about fitness for the upcoming Harrogate game because we do want to get a better playoff spot. We don't want to drift all the way down to the bottom of those playoff spots. Need to try and secure some home field advantage in those earlier legs. Now, Maloney will play it back to Nia. Nia's going to try a ball over the top to Blair, but Sykes, he'll nod it on to Williams. Now, can Williams get them on the counter-attack? He's going to pull it back to Carlin. Carlin over to Shipley. Shipley now to Fletcher. Fletcher finds Williams. Williams has an overlap. He's got it through to Pedder. Now, can Pedder deliver a good cross? Or even perhaps pull it back. I would say pull it back now, get it to Carlin. No, he's going Fletcher. Fletcher now to Carlin. Yes, Fletcher now move into the centre. Carlin's going to whip it in. Heaney. Oh, not too bad. But, my friend, you need to start getting those shots on target. Rather wasteful. Finally, we get one on target. It only took us 7 shots. Fletcher, though, plays it over to Carlin. Williams coming down this right-hand side. Can he get past his man? It looks like he has. He's found plenty of space. Now can he deliver a good cross? He plays it low. Pedder saved. Oh, it's come back to Pedder, though. He's played it back out to Williams. Now, another second attempt. It's blocked. Maybe play it to Fletcher there, my friend. Or to Carlin. Play it short. Let them. They've got space. But no mind. Mason to deliver the corner. Whips it in. Naya will nod it away, but Heaney has found space and the ball from the header away. He should play it probably back over. No, he's not. He's going to, in fact, make a run down this left-hand side. He's going to the corner flag. Interesting approach, Heaney. Interesting approach. It's almost like he's trying to burn clock in this first half, but a free kick. Rather wasteful. Davis will just jump up, collect it, and we head into half-time 0-0. 2 on target from 8. I think I've got to mention that to the lads. Got to mention it. Right, you know what? Things are going well. I know you're capable of better. I'm pleased we've created a lot. Well done. We've still got an aggregate lead. I mean, we have. But why is there no option to yell at them? Things are going well, you're capable of better. That's the nearest to saying just shoot better, lads. You're not doing too bad, just shoot better. Now, Sykes up to right. He's going to play it back to Sykes. Pedder plays it across to Fletcher. Fletcher now to Sykes. Gets the ball back up to right. Right gets one over to Heaney. Heaney's got an overlapping Mason. If he carries on his run, no! Mason, you lazy man. Right, though, back to Sykes on the halfway line. Gets it back up to right. Right going to play it across to Fletcher. Fletcher finds Campbell. Campbell now all the way back to Fletcher. Right's going to try ball up to Heaney. Oh, that was a bad touch, Heaney. Bad touch indeed. And that is the end of that. So, 50 minutes in. Mason, right-hand side. Going to whip in the corner. Where is he going to go, though? Whips it into the middle. Campbell doesn't get onto it, but Williams, was he pushed? Looks like Williams was pushed. Or not. Pedder gets it over to Mason now on this left-hand side. Whipped across. Campbell will pull the ball down. He's going to play it to Heaney. Heaney should play it through to Mason. He does. Mason now maybe go out wide and get across him. Whips one. Back post. Williams. And it's straight at the goalkeeper. Williams, my friend. Please. Ooh, right. Blair. Nods it across. Carlin gets it though. Shipley up to Pedder. Pedder now finds Heaney. Mason's making a run, but instead he's going over the top to Campbell. Campbell's made a great run. 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper. The defence is getting back, but he puts it wide of the post. Just wide. Campbell, my friend, please. Please. You're on a 7.2, which is weird, considering we've scored absolutely nothing. But it's a shot off the post, and Wright has got a tap in. Easiest first goal of the season Wright is gonna ever score. That one caught me off guard. See, it's even making me trip over my own words. Caught me off guard completely. Let's have another look at that one. I believe it was Shipley who nodded it onto the post. Yes, Shipley, tight angle, hits the post. O'Neill, I think, knocks it back to Fogarty, and then Wright beats him to the ball and pokes it in the net. 5-2 now. Heaney, free kick, whips it in. Fogarty's going to play it back. Shipley's intercepted it. Oh! Shipley, again, dangerous bit of play. Gets it over to Pedder on the edge of the area. We know he can score from there. Unfortunately, though, goes sailing over this time around. Now, we are finally in substitution time, but we are going to, of course, wait for this highlight. So, Maloney, he's going to whip it in from this left-hand side. Spencer, though, nice clearance from Mason off the line. It's going to go out to Tweets, though, and... okay, another highlight. Quick. O'Neill plays it back to Maloney. Maloney gets it over to Kennedy now. Kennedy up to Tweets. Tweets going to come inside. What's he going to do? The ball through to Offisu. Can't be giving that man space. He was rather deadly, I believe, in that first leg. So, head on into the tactics screen. As you can see, we of course have Mason on that yellow card. Pedder is looking a little bit on the tired side. There's no one particularly struggling apart from Carlin and Fletcher are both on a 6.6. But I wouldn't say they've necessarily played bad. So, condition-wise, we've got Pedder, then Heaney, then Williams. None of them particularly need to go off. Pedder, though, I think we'll take Pedder off. Now, the question is, what do we do with this? Because these can play pretty much anywhere. So Dyson, I guess, can go in the middle. Would he be the next best option? Isaac? Yeah, Dyson or Heaney in that central role. So we'll have Dyson going in there, hoovering up some chances and hopefully putting them away. Now, fielding, I think, for Fletcher. You know what? No. Gibson, come on, cover for Mason. He's on that yellow card. Don't need to risk him. Get him off. And that. Barnet, by the way, is still 1-0 down to Gateshead. I can't remember what the first leg of that one was. Ooh! No, they're not. Barnet has just equalised and Marriott on the 71st minute. Carlin, though, pulling back for Fletcher. Tries a ball through, unfortunately intercepted and cleared away by Kettering. Shipley will collect this one, though. Shipley on a 7.5, by the way. But Wright is matching him at the moment. 7.5 also. Shipley, though, making a darting run. He's made... What is he doing? He's going on his own. Plays it through to Dyson. Tyson, my friend. Shipley did all the work. He ran through the entire team. Just put it away. Offisu, though, left-hand side, making a great run. He's more known for his finishing than his crossing, but here he's going to whip one in. Carlin nods it away. It's back out. It's intercepted by Kettering. Offisu plays it back to Tweets. Tweets has way too much space. Oh, what a save by Oluwayemi, though. That was a great curling effort. Thankfully, though, Oluwayemi on the ball, pokes it out of play, and Maloney will now take the corner. 80 minutes in, whips it in there, post. Offisu plays it back out to Maloney. Maloney's got a second chance at this delivery. He's going to, in fact, have it blocked by Sykes. Good job, Sykes. So, I would say we've got 14 minutes left. 4 additional minutes is my guess from this one to keep out 3 goals. So, Maloney whips one in. Shipley gets it away, and Kettering shall stay in possession, but in a less dangerous position right now. It's played all the way back to the halfway line, and in fact, Barnet is now 2-1 up against Gateshead, ladies and gents. Reynolds on the 82nd minute. Carling, though, whips in the corner, goes into the middle. In fact, it's gone far post. Campbell pulls it back for Heaney. Come on, Heaney! That was smart play from Campbell and an even better finish. Heaney, 16th goal of the season, has just made it 6-2 in this tie. Now, speaking of Heaney, I know we've only got like 10 minutes left of this one, but let's rest him up. Let's give him a little bit more fitness. Make sure he's nice and fit going forward. In fact, no, we won't. No, we won't. I'm sorry, Heaney. I appreciate you. Fletcher is our playmaker. He's in central midfield. We want to make sure he's a little bit fitter. He struggled a bit in this one. That might be partly down to fitness and having to play back-to-back games. But it's been a good game. Been a good, solid game. Our finishing, not quite there. 5 out of 19. But the result is the thing that matters. Now, whipped in. Campbell nodded away, though. Dyson gets it down to Fielding. Fielding back to Dyson. Dyson tries the ball up to the top. Nodded away, though. Offisu on the counter-attack. Can he get past Fielding? Fielding forced him to turn backwards, which was rather interesting. Kettering still in possession, though. I was wrong. It was only 3 minutes of additional time. Shipley stops the ball up to Blair, but Kettering get the ball back, and it's with Blair. And it's all over, ladies and gents. 2-0 victory in this one. Our best performer, of course, was Shipley. He got an 8.1 in this one. Right, not far behind, though, with a 7.9 and his goal. And then Heaney on a 7.8 with his goal, and the assist with a 7.7 for Campbell. So, not a bad showing, but next up is going to be the playoffs. I'm going to play through the rest of the regular season, and then I'll hopefully meet you fine, ladies and gents, for the playoff run. So, I thank you all for joining us. I hope you all have a lovely night, and goodbye.